Hey folks, this is Matt once again. If I sound a little stuffed up, sorry, I think I'm catching a cold. But just wanted to give a quick review. Recently on a DVD update I got this, and I wanted to review some of these, but I'm not sure if I'll review all of them. Uh, I think I'm going to at least two videos. This today I'll review these two, and then I want to review T-Force Life Pod. I don't know. I saw some of it, didn't really interest me, but I guess I'll see the rest of it. I don't know if I'll do a review, but I know I want to do a review of T-Force, because that one I was actually surprised by. But today is, right now, is Star Knight and Hidden Agenda. Star Knight. First off, this is not in the movie. What Star Knight is basically a really shitty film from the 80s. It's 1986. And it's like Klaus Kinski. This is a guy who was a crazy nut. But in this film, he's like a scientist or a doctor or witch doctor, whatever. Takes place in medieval times. And he's like praying or something, and all of a sudden he thinks his prayers have been answered when this ship comes by, and the ship sort of goes through this village, and of course it's medieval times. They think it's a dragon, and one thing leads to another. The king's daughter goes off for a swim in this lake, and she disappears. So they're gonna go into this lake to fight this dragon, which is really a spaceship. uh, Klaus Kinski's character, he's not in the film much, but he's actually not a bad guy. You have Harvey Keitel, who he is. I think he's a knight who wants the daughter's hand in marriage, but he's a douche. He's an idiot. Uh, and Harvey Keitel, you don't buy in this kind of role because I don't know if he's from New York or Brooklyn or whatever, but when he's trying to talk, dost thou, and methinks, and trying to talk that it's like Michael Madsen and fucking Blood Rain. It just sounds foolish. And really stupid. They go to late they think it's a dragon, but it's a spaceship. The spaceship shots look nice. I'll admit that spaceship shots look pretty nice. But that's it. I mean, this film has a minimal amount of action. The girl falls in love with the alien. Because the alien, all the alien is like, he looks like David Bowie. I shit you not. He looks like fucking David Bowie. He's got the David Bowie haircut. I know there's a movie that David Bowie played an alien, The Man Who Fell to Earth or something. That's why he looks like David Bowie, and he's got like a black spacesuit. I don't know if this will. That's what he looks like, the alien. And it never talks. It makes these stupid fucking noises of how you get like you drink glass or whatever. You see those in movies how people drink glass and then they put their finger and they make the sound comes out. That's what the sound is. Or like screeching of I don't want to say a violin or some type of music. Very annoying. And like the alien just looks like he's fucking stoned or something. Harvey Keitel at just being a dumbass. And the girl falls in love. Like, he lets her go first, then the alien comes after her. And like, this is an alien that doesn't want to fight, so he doesn't fight. He like jumps over a few. Harvey Keitel tries to attack with his sword. Armor protects it. Sword doesn't do anything and breaks. Takes the girl to her ship. Girl asks like 50 fucking questions. Harvey Keitel goes there, and they think Klaus Kinski is evil when he's not. Take him with them, and fucking I challenge you to a duel, and the alien doesn't want to fight, and the girl's like, yo, you're a coward, or whatever the fuck she does, and leaves. So the ship leaves, but then it comes back. It's on a horse. It's like, we're going to, fucking joust with Harvey Keitel. Harvey Keitel fucks with it, and all of a sudden now Harvey Keitel has the suit, and the alien, David Bowie, is supposedly dead. The like Klaus Kinski gives him some shit, and the girl kisses David Bowie wannabe, and David Bowie wannabe is now alive. Why Harvey Keitel is in his suit with this, and then this other guy, they go to the ship, and they don't know what they're doing, and the ship flies off. That's the movie. I mean, nothing happens. It's not violent. There's no tits. There's minimal amount of action. There's low production values. It's completely forgettable. Directed by some guy named Fernando Colomo, which I don't know what the fuck this guy has done. Nothing I've ever fucking heard of. Harvey Keitel, I just have to wonder, why did you do this movie, Harvey Keitel? I want to see what Harvey Keitel was doing at this time. I really want to see. 1985. Wow. 1976, you were in Taxi Driver. Yeah, Blue Collar, Death Watch, The Border. Yeah, around this time, I guess he was in the slump. He did some other stuff for Italian or whatever. Little Wild Got Wise Guys. What was the next film? The Pickup Artist. The Last Temptation of Christ. The Two Jades. Yeah. I guess he must have been in deep shit. Thelma Louise Bugsy, then Reservoir Dogs, and then Sister Act, and Bad Lieutenant. Like, the 90s he started getting back into it, but fuck. Imagine Harvey Keitel. It just is sad that this movie actually has a fucking DVD somehow, some way. There's so many other films. I mean, I can look over here. Scanner Cop, Monolith with Bill Paxton and Louis Gossett Jr. That doesn't have a DVD release, at least not one that I can find for cheap. And even if it was, that would be better than fucking that. Moontrap. He mentioned in that one. Scanner Cop. That fucking Remote Control with Kevin Dillon. I don't like the director, but I thought the movie was okay. It's better than this. This is a worthless piece of film. And then Hidden Agenda, this film, with Kevin Dillon, which is why I'm a big fan of Kevin Dillon. I like the Blob remake. But here's one thing. This is called sci-fi, right? This film is not a sci-fi film. There's not a fucking thing about science fiction in this movie, Hidden Agenda. There's nothing. Why is this in a Sci-Fi Collector set? Again, Remote Control would fit better. Again, I'm not the hugest fan of it, and I hate the director's guts. And does he flag my account for the review of Remote Control? It's not a great movie. It's not an awesome movie. But it's a sci-fi movie. It actually makes sense in a Sci-Fi Collector set. This is not a sci-fi film at all. Why the fuck it's on there? I don't know. It even says right there, international political thriller. Basically, Kevin Dillon plays a brother who goes to, Germany, or where the fuck, and he finds out that his brother's dead, supposedly dead, that his brother was a CIA agent, and there's a computer disk, and Kevin Dillon gets with this girl, and they get chased around, and it's very, very talky, it's very, very boring. This scene is like their take on Marathon Man, only, they open his eyes, they show like bright light. So it's kind of like what they did in the Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson, which I think was before this film. That'd be like calling Conspiracy Theory a fucking sci-fi movie, or calling Marathon Man a fucking sci-fi movie. And those are much better than this movie. I mean, it's got a cast that's cool. I mean, I like Kevin Dillon. Andrea Roth, I don't know who that is. Christopher Plummer, he plays like a German detective who has a certain wit to him. J.T. Walsh, which this was the one of the last films J.T. Walsh did. It even has at the end, in memory of J.T. Walsh. He plays a guy who works for the embassy or something. You also have Michael Wincott. He has a small role. He also works with the embassy with J.T. Walsh. But this film, there is nothing to this film. It's very boring. It's very talky. You've seen this kind of plot done 50 times where there's a computer disc and they're chasing the hero and it's about spies and, the Iron Curtain and, twists and turns which you can see coming a mile away. Oh, I'll spoil it for you. His brother isn't really dead, and in fact, his brother is kind of the bad guy of the flick. And so I'll spoil it for you. So Kevin Dillon, throws something. The brother tries to catch it. Kevin Dillon's trying to save him, and the brother dies, even though he's an asshole and he's the bad guy. Continues his brother, and Kevin Dillon walks off with the girl, and that's it. No nudity, no violence. I mean, no action. I mean, this film, its action is like they run a little bit and then that's it. Or they drive on a little scooter, a car's chasing them, swerves around a little bit, and then stops and that's it. Like, this film is like a direct-to-DVD Seagal film, like plot-wise and pace-wise, but with no fights. No fights at all, no explosions at all. Well, I guess there's one when the brother's car explodes, he supposedly did. But this film is a completely boring, completely talky movie. It's not an interesting story because you've seen this done thousands of times. Ian Patterson wrote and directed this. I don't know. I guess he's produced like a bunch of TV shows lately that lasted maybe one season. Weirdly enough, this guy was actually a producer of Friday the 13th Part 7. And also helped produce the Friday the 13th TV series. The guy who wrote and directed this produced Friday the 13th Part 7. That's a much better film than this. I mean, I like Kevin Dillon, but this film is very boring, very talky, and very... It's not even a sci-fi film. Why isn't a Sci-Fi Collector set? There's no fucking reason. I mean, are you really that hard up for sci-fi films that you gotta put a film that's not even a fucking sci-fi film? I'm looking at the films I have on VHS. Fucking Savage with Olivier Gruner would make more sense. That's actually a sci-fi film. Okay? It's a weird film. It's not really a great film. Split Second. That film I know for a lot of people is hard to find on DVD. Unless you want to buy a DVD-R, you could put that on there, Split Second. Aberration. That's, horror, but that's more science fiction than this. Monolith, Standard Cop, Moontrap, Remote Control. You want to put a Kevin Dillon film on there. It just... So, Star Night is a worthless piece of filmmaking. It's not even filmmaking. It's, you'd rather handcuff your dick to your ass and go fuck yourself than watch these movies again. At least I would. I'd rather say, give me a pair of handcuffs. Why? I'm going to handcuff my dick to my ass. I'm going to go fuck myself instead of watching these fucking piece of shit movies again. But there is a winner in this. One, I only paid $2. $2 and something. And two, T-Force was actually pretty good. So I will stay tuned for that review, which will be coming up in a little bit, and see you in a bit.